The final one is the Tercini Power Station, the largest in Romania, also located by the Jiu River, but it's producing about 2,300 megawatts per year. And the European Bank of Reconstruction and Development has suspended loans to refurbish the plant due to environmental issues as well as allegations of corruption at the plant. And that is why I think the other two plants were getting Chinese investments, because they were being corrupt and the European Union wasn't going to give them any money to refurbish their plant and produce more energy, so they had to turn to China to invest in their plants. And finally, we have South Korea. South Korea uses almost as much coal as the Czech Republic and Romania and Bulgaria combined. They produce about 6,000 megawatts a year, while the other three combined, the three combined produce about 6,000 megawatts a year, and South Korea alone produces about 5,000 megawatts a year. And they're also the second biggest energy importer in the world, just because on that peninsula, the Korean peninsula, there's just not that much energy, not that many resources. It also hurts that their neighbor to the north is a dictatorship that doesn't want to share their resources with anybody or have any contact with the outside world. It's also big because the USA and Korea are very big trade partners, and having that relationship already built will make it a lot easier for us to go in there and sell to them too. Oh boy. The Dangjin Power Station produces about 4,000 megawatts a year, and that's owned by the Korea East-West Power Station, which is government-owned, and they're planning on expanding more by 2016. As most of these are, you can see the Tanin is also planning on expanding for about 2,000, and that one's going to power Seoul, which is the South Korean capital. One second, sorry, I didn't mean to skip over that real quick. So all this, the reason why they're pushing for energy so hard is because they use a lot of coal, and they don't want to use too much nuclear, just because of what's going on in Japan, or what's been going on in Japan with the tsunamis, and that's obviously a concern for them because they're very close to Japan, and that whenever there's an earthquake out on the Pacific Rim, that affects them pretty bad, and they don't want any nuclear meltdowns, and they also don't have any natural gas or fossil fuels in South Korea, so they have to import a lot, and they're really pushing hard for wood pellets because that's clean, and they want to be kind of the leaders of that area of clean energy. So in conclusion, I just want to talk about my past 2 years in the ISM program. I have learned so much, and I've been so appreciative to be in this great program, and I really think that I've grown as a person more than any other time in my life or with any other organization. I've learned how to take the initiative, be independent, and I felt my confidence increase. My first day of ISM, we had to give introduction presentations to the class, and I couldn't do it. I was stuttering, I was scared, I couldn't finish it. I was always just reading my notes. And I feel so comfortable and confident talking to all of you today about my product, and I couldn't do that 2 years ago. For future plans, I plan on spending my next 4 years in Columbus, Ohio, at Ohio State, studying international business while also being in this business scholars program. I plan on getting a master's after that, but that could be at Ohio State, that could be somewhere else. I kind of want to keep my mind open to that. And I plan on working with Lawrence this summer as a paid employee, and hopefully more in the future if I'm able to. So I would just like to take a second to thank a few people. First off, my parents, Mom and Dad. I love you guys so much. You've always been there for me. Just thank you so much for always pushing me and making sure that I'm trying to be the best I can be. The next person I'd like to thank is Mr. Howarth. Thank you so much for taking me on for these past 2 years, and thank you so much for offering me a job at the end of the school year. Words can't describe how thankful I am for you and how much you've taught me over these past 2 years. To Coach Goff, you've been a second mom to me and the rest of the ISM students. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and how you've helped us grow as people. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank the International Business Council, who's not here tonight, but thank you so much for letting me partake on your meetings and touring of different facilities and just learning about international business from you guys. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank tonight's attendees for supporting me in my ISM journey and just just supporting me as people, friends and family. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Does anyone have any questions about anything I presented? No? All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a safe trip home.